Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out with WWE superstar, the fella, of course, Sheamus. How you doing?
Doing great, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. What's it like to be on an open-top London bus in the pouring rain? Have you missed it?
It's great. It's great. It's great planning. It's awesome. I'm just surprised that no one thought it was going to rain today. So, but
Could have been any month of the year.
I love this weather, man. It's not, you're home. It lashed rain back in Dublin for 2 days as well. We had a storm, a hurricane, or some sort of mad stuff coming through as well. So you're home when you look out the window and the ducks are happy.
How were you received back home in Dublin? Did you have a parade of people waiting for you at the airport, or just good to see family and friends?
No, I snuck in and snuck out. I've got to see the family. The man came up from Clare. Dad was there. All my mates were there. So it was a short visit, but any chance I get to get home is great.
You gonna take in a match while you're here, or will it not allow?
We'll have time. I wish. Got to be back in the States Friday for SmackDown. So
30 years, Sheamus. 30 years. It could finally be happening.
I know, man. I tell you what, dude. It would have been great if they had a midweek game on. Could have got to see it. Of course, the 1 week I'm here, they don't. But 30 years, mate. It's crazy because back in my back in the folks' house, it's in my old room, and that's where I had all my Liverpool posters the last time they won it in 1990. So, if we blow it now, we'll never win the thing. It's well overdue, and to me, this is going to be bigger than the Champions League. It really is. That's how much it means to Liverpool supporters.
And talking of kind of other sports, what do you make of the state of Irish sport at the moment? Because you've got guys like McElroy, of course, Katie Taylor in boxing as well. Seems to be on a bit of a high at the moment.
I think we've always done quite well in sports. It's just a matter about the funding that's gone into sports from an Irish perspective. We've always also had a lot of great football players too. The rugby team has done well in the past. Didn't do too well in the World Cup now, even though we started off well. But I think it's great, that there's a lot of athletes coming through. It's just going to get stronger and stronger. Katie Taylor is doing phenomenal. I'm not much of a golfer, so I don't really follow her.
Me neither.
Yeah. It's not really my cup of tea,
We get a chance to talk to Katie Taylor a lot, and I think what she's doing in women's boxing, there's a lot of kind of translation to WWE and how the female revolution's gone from strength to strength as well.
Yeah, I never met Katie, but she's doing great for the sport. But we have a lot of great female WWE superstars, wrestlers here as well, and they're continually to just keep breaking. I won't say breaking, but they keep just pushing the bar, raising the bar all the time. So that's just all around the company too. It's not just with the women as well. I feel like the standard of WWE is better than it's ever been. One thing we are lacking a bit is probably characters. But I feel like over the last couple of months, since the proper brand split between SmackDown and Raw, there's a lot more characters coming through, and it seems to be a lot more focused on developing those characters, which goes back to what made WWE successful in the first place.
You just made your return to SmackDown, of course. Big impact already. Poor Shorty G. When you've been in WWE for as long as you have, do you feel kind of a pressure or a need to keep reinventing yourself?
Yeah, it's very important to stay sharp. It's very important to try and, come up with something new. I went back to Sheamus 1.0 because I'd gone as far as I could with the Mohawk Sheamus, and I did the stuff with the bar with Cesaro. So it made a lot of sense to go back to the original Celtic Warrior because it's been a long time since WWE has seen that. Wanted to use my own music, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, that was not an option at the moment. But I just, I spent a lot of time when I was on the sidelines getting myself into the best shape possible. Coming back lighter than I've ever been, in better shape than I've ever been. And it's important to show hunger no matter what stage you are at your career. After 10 years of WWE, I pretty much won everything. It'd be easy just to sit back and just rest on my past accomplishments. But I'm hungrier than ever been. That was just the first stage. The first part of my career was just a warm up. This is the main event now for me. This is the real one. This is the real run.
So a natural follow-up question then, what remains on your to-do list? What do you still want to achieve? You've achieved so much already. What keeps you going?
Well, obviously I've never been Intercontinental Champion. That's one thing I want to do. I want to main event WrestleMania. And I want to just push the boundaries. I feel like in the past, I've been completely true to myself as opposed to training and everything and where I am physically. But I feel like now I've basically put every excuse to bed. So I'm ready to cement my name and cement the Celtic Warrior legacy. And I want everybody to know who the Celtic Warrior is for decades to come.
And there's some particular guys on the roster who you haven't worked with either in the ring or worked a long program with in the past that you'd like to, that you see something in that the chemistry would work.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre is one I came up with. I broke into the business with Drew. Had the best of 7 with Cesaro, Rusev. I had one match with AJ Styles. Elias is great. Corbin's great. I mean, there's so many new, fresh talent that I haven't been in the ring with, and there's some that I have, but we never really had a proper go at. You know what I mean? Brock as well be another one. But that's it's just where everything falls. A lot of that booking is out of my control, but I am excited to get in there with you. It's funny though, there's a lot of guys come back. Like John Morrison came back, who had some great matches with. There's a couple of guys, who else has come back recently? I'm trying to think. It's an early morning star for me.
Rey Mysterio?
Rey Mysterio's back. I never really had a proper feud with him either. So there's a lot of guys who come back as well. Who are
and new guys, like the guy just to your right, of course, Andrade.
Andrade, yeah, I've never wrestled Andrade either. There's so many. I'm here 10 years. I feel like I'm starting all over again. It's great when you have new guys. Obviously, I've been with Daniel Bryan. I had loads of matches with him and a few with him. John Morrison, Randy, Roman. Cesaro, I've never had a proper feud with Seth. I think there's a lot of opportunities there coming back to have some great matches and great feuds, especially the way the WWE's going now with storylines are lasting a lot longer as opposed to week when they had done in the past.
Brilliant. Well, Sheamus, it's been a real pleasure to speak to you, and best of luck when you get back to the US.
Yeah, man. And if you haven't seen it, Celtic Warrior Workouts, my YouTube channel, check it out. Brave change, man. If you're looking for some inspiration and making a change in your life, even the smallest change, and want some inspiration on how to work out, check out the website, check out the YouTube channel, I'm sorry. There's so many great workouts in there with so many different WWE superstars, men and women. It's awesome.
We'll even put a link to that in the description for this video. There you go. Make it easy.
Exactly. We have a 94-year-old World War II veteran. We have another guy called Brandon Rumba who lost both his legs in Afghanistan trying to save one of his comrades, but he still trains leg day. So if you watch this YouTube channel, there's literally no excuse.
No excuse to skip leg day.
No excuses to skip leg day. Yeah.
Brilliant. Sheamus, really appreciate it.